Oh God! What is this? What's going on right now?
I agree. Why don't you find a real live Bible girl?
Whoa! Did the computer just tell Miles he needed to get laid? So let me get this straight. Miles gets his power from prayer the way Superman gets his powers from the sun. So God gave him superpowers, but only on the condition that he regularly call him up to chat. That's kind of a weird arrangement. Hello, human friends. The devil's back in action, baby! And I don't know about you, but I'm in the mood for more deranged individuals running around in silly rubber costumes. That's right, it's time for more Bibleman! But unfortunately, full-length unaltered episodes of Bibleman are harder to find online than you'd think. Now, I had the first 2 Bibleman tapes, but there's just way too many little kids singing and dancing in those, and that's just, ugh. So instead, what I'm gonna do is just watch whatever random full-length episodes I can get my fuzzy little mitts on. Which has the added benefit of pissing off fans of the show with my ignorance of just who the heck these people are and what they're doing. So I bring you Breaking the Bonds of Disobedience. But first, I will remember you. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, I have some bittersweet news. With mixed emotions, I must inform you that Prayerful Pathways, the AI Demon Scare Slop channel that brought you such classics as Demonic Tennis Shoe Brands and There Are Demons in Your Chocolate, has fallen to the YouTube Slop channel purge. Now, I say with mixed emotions because, on one hand, they spread garbage lies and deserve to die like pigs in hell, but on the other hand, it was an endless goldmine of potential reaction content. In fact, my 2 reaction videos to their Toilet Demons and Demon Haircut videos might be the only remaining evidence on Earth that this spewway of hot garbage ever existed. So goodbye, Prayerful Pathways. You sucked. I will remember you.
And now, our feature presentation.
So we open on, I guess Bibleman has his own local community theater now, and oh God, what is this? What's going on right now? Okay, everything that's happening, stop it! Okay, this is like if you combine Tron with like a Prince music video, and I'm gonna have a hard time resisting making the homoerotic jokes because he is literally backing away from another dude talking about resisting temptation. I will resist temptation, I will be strong. But then the lyrics kind of go off the rails.
No temptation has overtaken you, but such as is common to man. And God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted.
Hi, can I play too? No, your costume's too crappy.
Very nice.
Look out! It's John Wilkes
right
Booth! So I guess now Bibleman is putting on an off-Broadway show about himself? I mean, what an egomaniac!
I can see the headlines now. Bibleman adds new star to stage show. Leah Martinez set to debut as Bible Girl.
Thus continuing the strange connection between Bibleman and live musical theater. Which what's up with that? I mean, I'm starting to think this whole Bibleman thing is just a cover for Miles to engage in his secret love of show tunes. But they're being spied on by our villains, the nerdy brother of the clown from Spawn, and if the Borg assimilated a planet full of dudes with angry short man syndrome. And they do a fourth wall gag?
Laugh, will ya?
Okay, I'll admit, the show's writing is getting more sophisticated. That shows a grasp of irony, I'll give it that. And, what's his name, Luxor?
Luxor Spawndrath.
Luxor of Borg says he has an infection that'll drive Bibleman wild with rebellion. Whoa, are we gonna see cool teen rebel Bibleman? Is he gonna ride a motorcycle and smoke cigarettes?
Whoa, it's Bibleman.
Up yours, children.
Okay, I admit it. I actually like these villains. The show now knows how to have fun with itself. So I have higher expectations for this one. Whoa! What'd they do with the show's intro? It went from this to this. And I just can't put my finger on what musical artist this sounds like. Let me know down in the comments if you know, because it's driving me nuts. Later, at stately Bible Manor, Miles is being an irritated little white man on the phone when... Dude, what are you doing? Stop that!
Eunice, input the ticket prices into the show budget and get me a revised script, and I need those news releases.
So I guess Miles has just tossed that whole fighting evil thing and is going all in on being an off-Broadway producer. And this guy gives him a bunch of attitude for having a bad attitude.
Man, I've never seen you so grumpy. Well, I guess I am acting a bit like Moses.
Miles, do you always have to do that?
Moses was grumpy?
Oh, great. Now you have to go on a long tangent to explain your obscure biblical reference.
I agree. Why don't you find a real live Bible girl?
Whoa! Did the computer just tell Miles he needed to get laid?
If God wants to add to our team, he'll raise up the right person and then he'll confirm it in our hearts.
Or he could just, go on Indeed. God's a busy guy. He doesn't have time to be doing your HR work. But Miles says he's been so busy lately, he hasn't even had time to pray. And the other dude's like, whoa, that'll lower your Bible chlorians or some shit. Like literally, I guess your salvation is like a health meter in a video game, and Miles hasn't collected enough praying hands icons lately, which makes it the perfect time for the baddies to squirt him with their naughty juice. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make that sound so dirty.
Hey, Cypher, thanks for dropping off these press releases.
Oh, Cyber. Okay, his name is Cyber.
Hey, Cypher,
Yeah, I guess it didn't look good when Bibleman only spent time around small children. So he's moved on to teenagers. Yeah, I didn't mean for that to sound dirty either. So BM goes down to the leaky basement to pray, and why does he need to be in the suit for this? I guess it gets chilly down in the Bible cave. But Miles' whining to God gets interrupted by this call for help, which I guess is a reference to the Blair Witch Project. Dated! And even though this is clearly a villain, I guess Miles' intelligence meter is low as well because he wants to rush right out there, despite the computer telling him his powers are dangerously low. So let me get this straight. Miles gets his power from prayer the way Superman gets his powers from the sun. So, God gave him superpowers, but only on the condition that he regularly call him up to chat. That's kind of a weird arrangement. Yeah, nice to see George Lucas still hasn't sued. And he walks right into a trap like a big dummy. And then, holy crap, it's a giant rat! Oh wait, it's just forced perspective. So instead of doing something smart like revealing his identity or, killing him, they inject him with their virus via electric chair? So after some really bad jokes, Cyber somehow finds them and whips out these Mortal Kombat fan weapons which are completely useless for offense. And Cyber wastes time quoting Bible verses while his friend is getting fried.
Bibleman, you okay?
No.
Yeah, it's an electric chair. What do you expect? And then Luxor shows off his little friend, Mr. Squeakums. Aw, he can't be such a bad guy. He's an animal lover. Bibleman's log. For shit. So the computer has already figured out the entire plot line. So we got Miles sitting around with diodes on his face. But Miles is all, screw the infection, I'm missing rehearsals. Miles, honey, me and your father believe that drama club is taking up too much of your study time. So, remember in Spider-Man 3 when the alien symbiote was supposed to turn Peter Parker evil but just makes him kind of bitchy? Yeah, I think they stole that from Bibleman because the evil infection of rebellion just makes Miles kind of a grouchy Gus. So then, Miles wants to transform into Bibleman for absolutely no reason. And, I don't want to nitpick, but, who starts off an ensemble with a belt?
Waist belt of truth.
Maybe try the pants of sensibility first.
Now that's what I call dressed and confessed.
Yeah, does he say that every single time? And now, action rehearsal! Why isn't Bibleman off book yet? I mean, he wrote the script. Yeah, so I guess this show's idea of Miles succumbing to wild rebellion is he gets all pissy after he flubs the line. Meanwhile, the villain's plan is coming together. They send the actress playing Bible Girl a fake audition notice, so she'll miss rehearsals. And Bibleman is all like, God, come on, this is bogus. Why is the play's production schedule so central to the plot? This is like the producers, but with slightly less fascist costumes. And this news gives Miles a taste of the grouchies.
Look, I just need to clear my head. I need to go for a walk.
In the suit for some reason. So Miles fails to notice the obvious villain, and Luxor tells him something that, let's face it, he really needs to hear.
You gotta get a life, man. Get a wardrobe.
And thus, the villainous plan is complete. Miles is convinced to put the musical on indefinite hiatus. So, the theme of this episode is supposed to be disobedience, but, evidently disobedience means taking some time off to take care of yourself, because, who is Miles disobeying here? I mean, God didn't tell him to put on a crappy musical. That's his own vanity project. And side note, I really like how they wrote this Luxor character. He's the only entertaining thing in the entire episode, which is a real blessing when the heroes are as bland as paste. Anywho, said bland heroes figured out that Luxor's virus has made Bibleman allergic to scripture.
I learned about allergies in my biology class.
No. Do not bring real science into this. People are dumb enough to believe that this crap could actually happen.
The free radicals detected in Bibleman's brain are waste products of germs of disobedience.
I let my own desires to put on a great show get in the way of my prayer and Bible study.
I'd love to be back in the show. No audition is worth breaking my word and disobeying God's will.
How is missing rehearsals disobeying God's will? So Miles decides to make Leah Bible girl for real, despite her total lack of skills, powers, or qualifications. So we go through the Batman and Robin suit-up sequence, except with less butts and nipples. Yeah, my favorite accessory is the Shoes of Peace.
Shoes of Peace.
And then they all meet up on the set of the Gospel Bill show for a good old-fashioned gang fight. And a lot of silliness ensues. But I don't get this. They're just basically just trying to murder each other without any higher goal or objective. I mean, what is this trying to tell us about Christian faith? And they're always like, oh, God gives me the power to defeat you. Okay, how? Show it! Otherwise it just sounds like empty boasting. Anyway, it all ends when the good guy's AI computer drone shoots the bad guy's AI computer drone, and that somehow causes all of the villains to explode.
Ain't that just always the way? In the end, their own evil desires always come back to haunt them.
What? How exactly? The messaging in this thing makes no sense. I mean, it's supposed to be about disobedience, but it doesn't contain a single disobedient act. And then Luxor's like, hey man, maybe you should try to think of your own needs for a while. But Bibleman's all, no, free will sucks. What? Oh, and by the way, despite its centrality to the plot, we get no closure on the whole stage musical thing. So I guess it's closed forever and the villains end up winning. Oh, and one final thing, remember that one guy who was creeping around in the beginning? Who the heck was that guy? Okay, so that's that. So compared to the last episode, this is a definite improvement, but you know, still, the plotting is ass, the messaging is confused, and the problem with having great villains is that they show off just how boring your heroes are. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments, and participate in my survey to let me know where you think I should go with the remainder of the Bibleman saga!
Okay, so right now I'm breaking the one rule I have about this channel, which is to never break character. But I'm doing this because recently YouTube has announced a change to its policy that basically threatens the future of every single small content creator. See, for a lot of small content creators, the goal is to qualify for monetization. Now, not everyone's gonna get rich off YouTube, but most of us would like to eventually get some compensation for the time, money, and effort we put into creating content. Like me personally, this guy? Okay, professionally made puppets are not cheap. Altogether, this guy cost me nearly $1,000. I'd like to eventually make that back. But YouTube has recently announced they're basically not only moving the goalposts for monetization, they're practically flinging them about 20 miles down the road. So currently, to qualify for monetization, a channel needs two things. First, 1,000 subscribers, which in my opinion isn't difficult. If you stick with it, you'll eventually get there. The second one is 4,000 hours of watch time in a 365-day period. And that's the challenging one, especially if a channel specializes in shorter videos. And mind you, that's not 4,000 hours cumulative. That's within a 365-day period. And what that means is once a channel passes the 1-year mark, it gets on this treadmill where every day it might be losing more watch hours than it's gaining, and it might never get to that mark. But what YouTube recently announced is that they're now doubling that requirement to 8,000 watch hours, which is a virtually impossible amount for most small creators given the limited reach the algorithm gives them. The only good news here is that this policy doesn't go into effect until February 1st, 2027. So what that means is small channels like mine, which haven't been monetized yet, are facing a literal ticking clock scenario, where if we don't qualify for monetization by February 1st, we may never do so. And those that don't reach that deadline are probably going to face some difficult decisions as to whether this endeavor is still going to be worthwhile for them. So I'm asking everyone listening, for the next 6 months, please support small channels, not just mine, like all of them. If there's a small channel you like, but you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to get them closer to 1,000. Rewatch some of their older videos that you like to help out with their watch hours, because this is going to have an effect on YouTube. A lot of small channels are going to drop out. It's going to encourage a lot of new channels from getting started. So I'm asking everyone to please do what they can.
Hey, who you talking to? You're not allowed to talk.
Okay, sorry, I need to go.
It's my channel.